Okay, this next video is going to talk about the locations of the chakras in the body and where they are. So you can see on the graph there's the different colors. I chatted a little bit about that in the last video, but there are 7 main centers. So the root chakra is located at the base of the spine. So you can see the red circle there. And that is a feeling of community, tribe, money, feeling supported. And for those who maybe didn't grow up having a strong relationship with their family, then they're definitely going to be affected in the base chakra. I also feel that anyone who was adopted or who doesn't know a parent, like I don't know my bio dad, as an example, never met him. So there's always that wondering of who am I in the world? And so it's learning how to go within, how to connect to your own self, that we're not lacking in any way. We were to learn through those experiences on some level and to find a way to be stronger in that area. Then the next is the sacral. And the sacral is connected to sexuality, business, babies, creation, music, art. And this is an orange color. And when you're connecting in, it's the sacral that is just below the belly button. And in that area, this is where we hold our emotions. Most of it's coming from the lower 3 chakras. And so when you're feeling something or you're shy or feel shame or fear or judgment, usually it's being held in the lower body. So even just taking a moment and being aware, how do you feel right now? Is there anything presenting in the body? How you're feeling? Emotions? Do you need to breathe deeper or slower? Do you need a drink? Do you need some sleep? Right? It's just being aware and what is going on in the body. Our gut is always talking to us. It's telling us things, whether, how to feel safe in the body, things that may be moving in our environment. We're reading the environment. We're frequency readers, all of us, especially kids, just because they're a little bit more aware of their surroundings and what's going on. They're not numbing as much as adults have learned to do. And so it's really just paying attention to what is going on in that area of the body. And then next is the solar plexus. This is from your belly button and up, just under your breastbone there. And in this part of the belly, this is the solar plexus, our identity, our connection to who we are. And so if anyone has low self-worth or low self-esteem or thinking you can't, I'm even going to say maybe some victim consciousness kind of stuff, that can sit right here in the solar plexus, in the I'm not worthy enough, or who am I, kind of thoughts or thinking. And so to move any of those out, you could take some deep breaths, ground, always putting your roots from your feet down into the ground, and just allowing whatever emotions or old coping methods or old ways of thinking to clear out of your body. You can also imagine a waterfall going over your body. You can imagine a light, like a white light, coming from the top of your head all the way down through. When I'm in a really calm state, I actually get goosebumps all over my body when I think of that way. As you're moving your own energy. Qigong is also really great for moving emotions and stuff out of the body. Qigong, Qigong, and Qi is all about life force. So you're moving that life force all around your body, and you can find a Qigong for Beginners video online for sure. There's a really good one, Qigong for Beginners on YouTube. Okay, and then next, after the solar plexus, again, which is yellow, is the heart chakra, and this is located at the center of the chest. Okay, so as you're processing or looking at what's going on in your body, is there something, connecting into the heart? Maybe it's the shoulders and the back. Maybe it's an emotional feeling of being stabbed in the back or betrayed. Your body's speaking to you, and it's speaking for the subconscious. So it's learning how to read the body and what it is saying. I'm going to throw in one extra little one because I just like this. The higher heart chakra is in between the heart and the throat. So it's in where your neck is basically. And that is a pink color. It's connected to the rose quartz crystal. And that's a really good one too to connect to. So you can just put your hand there and even say, I am vital, or I belong, or I'm meant to be here. We had a 1 in 400,000 chance of that sperm hitting the egg, so we're meant to be here. Yeah, and just connecting to your higher self, your soul self. Next is the third eye and the crown. So just come back to the graph here. The second one down from the top is the third eye. That's your all-knowing. If you close your eyes, if you feel safe to do that, take a deep breath, and you can actually look at your third eye in between your eyebrows, right? You can look up a little bit. And some people have their clairs in, where clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairolfactant. That's someone who smells. And it's the intuitive abilities that everybody has who've just never been taught how to use them. And so you can access your third eye and close your eyes and see if there's a movie screen that plays. Maybe you see visions. Maybe, you see vivid colors. This is where people can see auras as well. And so it's really just calming your nervous system enough so that your chakras or the intuitive abilities will start to present themselves, and you become a stronger intuitive. Then the last one at the top for the 7 main chakras is the crown, and that is connecting to spirit. So whatever your higher power is, spirit, God, creator, nature, trees, pick one really, something that is bigger than you. This is really helpful when we're in a lower state or we're going through some really heavy emotions or grief, being connected to our higher power. And if you ever hear the term as above, so below, the as above is, think of the sky, the celestial way of looking at things, your soul self, your higher self. And that would be could be the heart and up for those chakras. And then the so below is the lower chakras. So it could be heart and all the way down, solar plexus, sacral, and root, or it could be just the lower 3 and what is going on in there. That's usually where our shadows hide, or the things that we're working on, or where we hold shame, where we hold our bigger emotions in the body. And so just paying attention to what is going on. If you're having issues below the belt or issues in the bedroom, then more than likely there's something going on there. There's a conflict or a feeling of not belonging or not feeling like a good enough partner or something to that effect, where it is affecting the muscles and the things that are going on in your body. Okay, so those are the locations and where they are. And then here's just another graphic for it, showing the chakras. Actually, they spin out on the front and the back. So when you're thinking, of clearing your emotions or clearing the chakras, you could just imagine that, a light or a waterfall is clearing, but clear both. Clear both sides, the front and the back. Just paying attention to that. It is really neat if you have a pendulum or a necklace with some kind of a pendant on the bottom of it, and you hold it either over yourself or over someone who's laying down, and the chakras it'll show you how they're spinning. So you can use the pendulum or the necklace over this, let's say the forehead, and the body will just start to pick up the electrical force from the body laying down or from yourself. We're like a battery. Okay, and so there's a positive charge and a negative charge. And usually what happens is when we're clearing out any unwanted emotions or things that we don't want in the body, it's a counterclockwise. We're taking out. And then when you want to put in, if you're doing emotions, you can put in courage or strength, self-trust, any things that come to mind of what you want to call in, and you do that in a clockwise motion. So it just goes in the other way. And so really it's just awareness of what is going on in the body and maybe what chakra is it connected to. As you go through the chapters in each of the chakras, you're going to see where, if there is an imbalance, what kinds of ailments or things can present themselves, so that you're in an awareness of what's going on in your body and able to process, okay, what am I thinking about? It's, looking at the whole person, your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual, and your environment. Okay, it's very important, because as a frequency reader, if you're reading your environment and you're reading the frequency of what's going on around you, your body may be going into protection mode or an adaptation because it thinks it needs to save you from, let's say, someone who yells or someone who's a bully or something like that. So it's teaching you how to be aware of what's going on in your environment and to find the words or the ways to ask for your needs or what you want, so that your body doesn't start to shut down in different areas. Okay, so thank you so much for listening, and we'll continue on next with the history of the chakras.